The Michigan Agriculture Environmental Assurance Program celebrated a significant milestone. The Michigan Wheat Program held their annual grower meeting, and Michigan Ag Commodities' Chris Betts has your market report. I'm Janelle Brose, and this is Farm News 5.
Farm News 5 is brought to you by Ford.
The Michigan Agriculture Environmental Assurance Program, the state's voluntary environmental program, celebrated its 5,000th verification. The Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, along with more than 500 farmers, commodity representatives, and agriculture and conservation organizations, gathered in Lansing Thursday, March 21st to recognize the milestone.
I think MAEAP has been a blueprint, a great example of how farmers can be proactive, to be able to place conservation practices on the ground, to be verified for that assurance. And certainly other states around the country have started to implement similar programs, but I think Michigan is certainly the model. In Virginia, several years ago, we were looking at creating a resource management plan, kind of similar, helping farmers to be proactive, getting out ahead of the curve, make sure that their farms, all of the practices are in place, they're being the best stewards they can, and then again, getting some of those benefits from that. So absolutely, MAEAP has been leading the way now for many years in Michigan, and certainly it's a great standard for other states to follow as well.
It basically just shows that voluntary conservation works. It shows that farmers want to do the right thing. All these producers came in on their own, they volunteered for this program, and it's monumental in that it shows that farmers are not the bad actors that everyone says that they are.
This is just such a big milestone for Michigan Ag. 5,000 verifications. We're going to continue to grow. We hope to very soon to have 6,000 and grow from there, and success breeds success. When producers and farmers see the pride by voluntarily doing the right thing to protect our environment and become environmentally sustainable, I'm sure that they'll want to be part of this.
If you want a car from a company that's been building them for 115 years, get a Ford. If you want a car with driver assist technology, get a Ford. You're going to want a Ford.
3 new wheat varieties will be available to Michigan growers in 2019 and 2020. The new varieties were introduced during the Michigan Wheat Program's annual grower meeting held March 20th in Frankenmuth.
Whitetail is a soft white winter wheat available for release this year, available for planting in fall of 2019. Has very high yield potential, good straw strength, so those growers that like to push yield potentials will be able to see those yields in the field this year, in the coming years. And we have 2 other white varieties, another soft white wheat. It's just a numbered W1039 right now. That'll be available in 2020. Again, very good, very high yield potential, excellent milling and baking quality for the milling industry in the state. We also have a soft red wheat being released right now. Still just a number, R1140. This line also has excellent milling and baking quality, very good resistance to stripe rust. And 2016 was a year where we had a lot of stripe rust pressure. So 1140 has very good resistance to that pathogen, also very high yield potential. Selecting the right variety can lead to yield potential and profitability. So there are great differences in the strengths and weaknesses of these varieties, especially for grain yield. So take a risk, try a new variety, and eventually you will find the highest performing variety for your farm, and that translates into profitability.
National Association of Wheat Growers CEO Chandler Gould also spoke to the state's wheat growers during the program, touching on trade and the importance of the U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement.
Just this past week, it has come back out that Canada has now repositioned themselves or become our largest export market again, right along with Mexico. So the fact that we are working to push through the USMCA agreement is extremely important to both borders, whether you're going north or south. And one of the good things that definitely happened for the wheat growers in that particular agreement was that we got the grading issues fixed. So, you know, as we were sending grain north into Canada, it was automatically being downgraded to feed grade, no matter what quality your wheat was. Therefore, you were getting a discount, and that was not compliant with WTO. So we did actually make some advances in our trade, and it's important that we maintain those 2 very important export markets.
Ensure your wishes are carried out and control the future of your farm. Visit fosterswift.com to learn about farm succession planning.
Michigan Farm Bureau has named its Young Farmer Award winners. Brenda Sissing of Clinton County took home top honors in the Ag Employee category. Rich Baker of St. Joseph County is the Achievement Award winner. The Excellence in Agriculture winner is Joseph Enkley of Lapeer County, and Jairus Rubing is the Agriculture Leader Award recipient. And now with a look at the latest market activity, here is Michigan Ag Commodities' Chris Betts.
Thanks, Janelle. All three were positive again this week, having weathered the storm of the fund sell-off earlier in March. Planting intentions are a key driver, and potential flooding across the Midwest has lent support to corn and wheat, while probably pressuring soybeans. Extreme flooding in the plains is already a major concern beyond just crops, as people have been displaced from their homes. Logistics have suffered because of the flooding, limiting domestic cash grain movement as well as exports. Rail remains weeks behind schedule, and the river system is struggling to put through shipments. Trade will continue to monitor moisture levels as planting gets underway, as well as the next round of USDA reports due out at the end of March. For more market information, go to michag.com. With Michigan Agricultural Commodities, I'm Chris Betts.
For more news and video, visit MichiganFarmNews.com and the Michigan Farm Bureau channel on YouTube. With Farm News 5, I'm Janelle Brose. Have a great week of farming.